it was Muhammadu Buhari who destroyed Igbo land, not the IPOB members or anybody. This is coming from Amnesty International, and you can see it there on your screen. Muhammadu Buhari destroyed Igbo land, the eastern region of Nigeria, which you call the southeast. That is what is coming from Amnesty International. They have blamed Buhari for causing lots of bloodshed in Igbo land. And they are giving damning reports about what transpired, especially in 2016. But now, I'll be delving into those issues now. If you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, click like button, and also share this video. As you are watching, be liking and be sharing, and also be dropping your comments. Don't just watch, like and share. Amnesty has come out to say Buhari is the biggest problem that happened to the southeastern part of Nigeria. They are blaming Muhammadu Buhari's government for causing destruction and bloodshed in Igbo land. Don't forget, I told you last week how Buhari, while he was a former military of state, became the first ever, even the Vanguard paper, they acknowledge that report. So you can Google it. Muhammadu Buhari became the first ever president of a nation that he left somebody from his own country and he voted for another man from another country. In 1983, an Igbo man, Peter Onu, was the substantive Secretary General of the defunct OAU. It was former the Organization of African Unity, OAU. Now, it is the AU, the African Union. An Igbo man was the substantive Secretary General, Peter Onu was his name. But in 1985, even people like Julius Nyerere, who was the former president of Tanzania then, he wanted Peter Onu to continue as the Secretary General of the OAU. But Buhari left that man, Peter Onu, and he voted for Ibn Omaru, who was from Niger Republic. But then, that man was his fellow Fulani man. Buhari left a Nigerian man, Peter Onu, and he voted for Ide Omaru, a Fulani man. What I'm talking here, go and Google it and make a search, but that's a fact. And drop your comment if you are watching. If you have Googled it, just drop your comment. Now, I've always told you that when Nigeria was structured, the people that joined us together, they didn't take the fact that our culture and our religion are not the same. I said a Fulani man in Nigeria feels more closer to a Fulani man from Niger than a fellow Yoruba or an Igbo man from the same Nigeria. I gave you that example, gave you that instances. Now let me leave that and let me come back to the issue here. Amnesty reported that in 2016, Nigeria security operative killed no less than 150 unarmed pro-Biafra protesters. This is coming from the Amnesty International. Don't forget, the Nigeria Civil War, which started June 27, July 6, 1967, Nigeria Civil War. As a result of disagreement over the outcome of the Abuja Accord, which was signed, which was simply unadhered to. I always maintain that that Abuja Accord would have saved Nigeria from this present mess that we found ourselves. July 6th, 1967 was the beginning of that Nigeria Civil War. This other people call Biafra Civil War, depending on how you look at it, which cost a lot of lives, properties, and everything. Ordinary agreement would have solved it. The agreement in Abuja, Ghana would have solved that civil war. But look at what happened, the destruction of land and properties and everything. But then it ended January 13, 1970, which Govt declared no victor and no vanquish, which also declared that there will be 3 hours so that we can come back together. I gave one example last week that even in Rwanda, they also fought their own civil war, the Hutus and Tutsis. Brothers and sisters, what we are seeing from Rwanda is the fact that now nobody Hutus, nobody Tutsis, they are now one Rwanda. We can achieve this thing here in Nigeria if only we see ourselves as brothers and sisters. I'm not even going there, because even the country is fragmenting almost every day. You saw what happened in Kwara State. How the people of Kwara South, the dominants, they have been displaced by the Fulani militias there. They had to leave their own hometown and start running for safety to other parts of the state. I'm telling you what's happening in Kwara State. Let's leave that for now. Now, the Kanu was rendition to Nigeria June 27, 2021. That was when Buhari brought Kanu to Nigeria. But you saw the former governor of Benue who said, these people are not the main terrorists who are disturbing Nigeria. That it is the Fulani S-men who are causing mayhem, lives and properties in this country. Not long afterwards, Funam took responsibility that we want to kill this president and the governor of Plateau State, Samuel Otom. The Fulani Nationality movement, they took responsibility that we won't kill you. And till now, they're not arrested. I'm asking a question. The UAE gave Buhari names, list of terrorist sponsors in Nigeria. UAE, they gave Buhari that name. Where are they today? Every now and then, we hear of repentant Boko Haram, repentant terrorists. Is that how a proper nation should be run? Why should there be repentant Boko Haram and repentant terrorists in a normal country? Don't forget, the now lawyer delivered to me said, where are repentant IPOB members? Where are they? There should not be anything called repentant terrorists, repentant Boko Haram. I've already spoken against that. Anybody that's against the state, that person should be punished, no matter who is sponsoring that person. I've always maintained, and in my opinion, that you are yet to achieve a proper nationhood. A nation is a place where you feel welcome any part of that country. You must feel welcome and you must be part of that place. I gave an example on that. Don't forget, pre-independent Nigeria, the North were not really ready for independence. They said they were not ready for. They were looking at their educational disadvantage. They are looking at they were not ready. People like the Zik of Africa, Nnamdi Azikiwe, found a way to convince the North that yes, come, let us have one Nigeria. Come, let us have independence from the Britain. And now we are here, and we are being disturbed. The country is not feeling the impact of peace because of the activities of this so-called Fulani Militia. Wait till today, the federal government are yet to declare them terrorist organization. I've always said, the people that have died in the war between Russia and Ukraine, how many people have been killed? Look at how many people that the Fulani militias are killing in the north. Even in Eamefu, Enugu State, in Afikpo, Ebonyi State, in Igogo, in Owo. They are moving state by state, taking people's land and eliminating the indigenous people of that place. The people that own that place, they are the indigenous people of that particular place, and they are being eliminated gradually by the armed S-men until we find a way to unravel their sponsors. Not until then. Don't forget, The DSS came, they said, we did not, and we don't carry operations outside Nigeria. So we didn't go to Kenya to rendition Namdekanu. They said it's through the court proceedings. And you saw how the Kenya court have said Namdekanu's rendition is null and void. And they gave him a compensation. You saw it. It was reported. But if you are watching me and you are from that part of Nigeria, don't forget that it was the Igbo governors first, I've always maintained, who designated the IPOB as terrorists. It was the Igbo governors first. They first designated IPOB as terrorists before Buhari gazetted it. So it was the Igbo governors first who thought in their own opinion that IPOB are terrorists. Now Namdekanu said in court, he formed the ESN, which was banned by Muhammadu Buhari, to protect the Igbo people against the armed herdsmen from the northern part of Nigeria who come and displace people in other parts of this country. He made that statement, Namdekanu. But we saw Ibuagu in the eastern part of Nigeria. There is Agu in the chamber in Anambra State. There's Urugachi, who the Igbo governors formed to reflect what the Yoruba governors did. Amotekun, Yoruba land here. After the killings in Owo, the governor of Ondo State, Akedolu, enough is enough. Let us form a regional security outfit. Amotekun. But then I've only asked that question. If you are watching me, can you compare Amotekun to Ibuagu? Let us have this conversation. If you are watching me, and what do you think is performance of the Ibuagu in the eastern part of Nigeria? These are pertinent questions. Do you think that the Fulani militia, assuming they are Yoruba militia or Igbo militia, do you think that they will have been arrested by Buhari's government? I would like to know what you are thinking. Drop a comment. Do you think, in your opinion, that the Fulani militia who are destroying lives and properties, assuming they were Yorubas or they were Igbos, that Buhari's government would have eliminated them? What do you think? Let me know what you are thinking. Drop a comment. Let me know. Assuming the Fulani militias, assuming they were Yoruba militias or the Igbo militias who are going about all parts of Nigeria to destroy lives and properties and everything, assuming they were from the eastern part of Nigeria or the western part, wouldn't they have been decimated by Buhari's administration? Let me know what you are thinking. Drop a comment if you are watching. Just drop a comment. Let me know what you are thinking. Like and share, and also subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you are not subscribed, just subscribe and on the notifications. As you are watching, be like and be sharing. That's how to make a proper I want us to have this conversation. Let's have that conversation. Jonathan said under his government that there was Boko Haram in my government. Good Lord, Jonathan said that. As somebody said, an attack against the North, an attack against Boko Haram is an attack against the North. You heard that statement coming from the North. What do you think? Let's have a conversation. Let me know your mind. Let's have a conversation this time around. What do you think? Assuming the Fulani militias are Yoruba militias or Igbo militias, wouldn't they have been arrested by Buhari's administration? Let me know what you think.
Muhammadu Buhari is a major problem that the Igbos have, because listen to me, it does not start today. Yeah, go and check what transpires after the war in 1970. The massacre in Delta. Yeah, the massacre after the war has ended. Go and check it. Who are the people that massacred? It was Buhari in the name of peace talk. And that same thing yesterday or day before yesterday, Gento even reminded me of it, because I watched one of his videos in social media when he made mention of that they will come in peace in the name of peace, and they will take the advantage of it to kill our people. Before, that was what Muhammadu Buhari did in 1970 after the war. And in 2015, even before 2015, when Jonathan was there, the same man said that he will make the government of Jonathan ungovernable. And as at that time, Shotima was the governor of Borno State, and he collided with the Shotima and co. And what did they do? to form Boko Haram. Are you hearing me? And after this, what happened? He came to power in 2015, and the next step he took was to visit Nnamdi Kanu house, vandalize his home, with the intention of killing him, because the man Nnamdi Kanu was speaking to educate and to lighten up his brothers, his family, which Operation Python dance, you all will remember. Operation Python dance, Operation Crocodile, which led to the death of many Biafrans, many Igbos. And beside this, the same under Muhammadu Buhari, the same person signed Luga settlement. It was in that Luga settlement which everybody, many governors, said no to that. And that was when I now realized under Obaseki, because Obaseki was the governor of Edo State. He now made it clear that there will be nothing like a Luga settlement in Edo State so long him remains the governor of Edo State. That when you talk about Luga settlement, that his forefathers were cattle rearers. So that and that cattle rearing has never ended in their blood. So that they themselves are into the business too. So let the Fulanis maintain their place. So far so good. When things are happening, Nigeria believe that they can cover and manipulate everything. When they are carrying out their atrocities, they don't know that people are watching. Even when the foreigners, the international bodies are not speaking, even when they are not talking, when they are not acting or not reacting, they believe that they are doing it and they will still cover it, their sin. But unfortunately and unknowingly to them, that today, all the atrocities that they have been carrying out, today, those atrocities are being displaying on the screen before Nigerian governments. And today, it is now that Nigeria now realize that all the evil that they have been carrying out. Remember, in 2019, when Donald Trump was the president of America, then he won Muhammadu Buhari regard to the killing of the Christians in Nigeria, precisely the southeast. You understand? So today, the amnesty, remember, 3 days ago, they sent amnesty squad down to southeast. Okigwe, Imo State to be precise. These are the people that are coming up with another report that have been reported in support of what is already on the ground before the international bodies. So far so good. Muhammadu Buhari is the major enemy, the major devil, the major demon against Christianity in Nigeria, which Bola Ahmed Tinubu have continued from where Muhammadu Buhari stopped.
But let's look at the other possible angles here. Now, we saw, for example, Buhari in 1985, like I said, he had an option to vote between an Igbo man, a fellow Nigerian, and Ide Umaru of Niger. And funny enough, Muhammadu Buhari voted for a Niger man, a fellow Fulani instead of an Igbo man, for the position of the Secretary General of OAU then. That is now AU. Why do you think that Buhari had problem? Or why do you think he does not like the Igbo people of the southeastern part of Nigeria?
It is not a matter of like. It is a matter of disintegration. It's a matter of Igbophobia. It's a matter of lying language, which the British have sold as a market, as a product in the heart of many Nigerians, like that Fulani Buhari. What has that? They say one Nigeria. A country, you say we are one, but a Nigerian cannot vote for a fellow Nigeria. Are you not agreeing with me that one Nigeria is a scam? I've been saying this in time without number. One Nigeria is a scam. You say in 1985, Buhari was overthrown in 1985 by IBB. You understand? He became the president. That was 83 when he became the president. he was conquered, overthrown by IBB in 85. Do you understand? And the same 85 was when an Igbo man came out, he voted against his own country person. For you to see that one Nigeria is a scam. Igbophobia has never been recommended nor been regarded in this country. We are not counted, they have counted us out. And now we are ready to move out. We are ready to exit. We are ready to leave. So why are they still forcing? Why are they still pushing themselves that we must remain together? When they know, and you and I know very well, in their heart we are not one. In their heart we are not together. In their heart we can never be. And they are just pretending. Who is deceiving who? Even at their old age.
Now, other possible angles here. Are you not thinking that this presidency that will be zoned to the eastern part of Nigeria, about the ADC, and if an Igbo man become president in this country, wouldn't that be enough to calm their nerves and to make them see that they are one big part of this Nigeria?
Good question you ask me, and I will answer you right now. If they said that the Igbos should remain in Nigeria and they want to zone it to eastern part of Nigeria, and they want to give it to P2B, will P2B rule Nigeria for 60-something years? If actually they say they want to calm the nerve of Nigeria, Obi or any woman that go there, will he rule for 60-something years? And if that is not going to take place, I'm just speaking the axis of their own angle, because left with me, if they like, let them give us 100 years to rule. We can never be together, because after ruling, after being together, after being a president for years, that they may likely give to Igbo man, will Igbo man still go back there again? Will Igbo man be still regarded as a Nigeria? Will he be treated as one? Will he be respected? Will his fundamental right be honored, be respected, be valued? That should be another question. That should be the case. Of which you and I know vividly well that all these things are not going to be. So since it's not going to be, definitely, if they like, give Obi. If they like, give what is it called, the former Minister of Transportation, Amechi. Give anybody. It doesn't concern us. What concerns us is Biafra. Because it's more important to us than any political position.
Finally, a man from Ika, they're having argument on Twitter. If I go and check on Twitter, a man from Ika said the Ika people are Igbos. Another fellow man from Ika said no. That Igbo, funny enough, his name is Ifeanyi, but said we are not Igbos. So as somebody said, it was Yakubu Gowon who divided the Igbo people because of Biafra or after Biafra civil war. Let's have your opinion about that before I let you go. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, the Ifeanyi, the man that said it's not an Igbo, and your name is Ifeanyi. What is the meaning of Ifeanyi? Can you explain the meaning of your name? Ifeanyi, do you know the meaning of Ifeanyi? Ifeanyi Chukwu. There is nothing God cannot do, and nothing is bigger than God. That is the meaning of Ifeanyi. Nothing is greater than God. So let him now come and explain it to me. If what I said is not the meaning of that name, Ifeanyi is not Igbo language. Fools, ndefref. Divide and rules, mentality and structure. Divide the two brothers, cause a enmity in their midst, so that they will not unite, in order for them not to achieve their dream. And these ones are now playing in the gallery of divide and rule, which Nigerian government has given to you, and you never see. Please, if this person that answered this name Ifeanyi shouldn't have made this statement, because before he made that statement, he should have go through and find out the meaning of Ifeanyi and where Ifeanyi come from, migrated from. And let him go back again to go and read the history of his ancestors before he will now come and debunk that he's not an Igbo man, and you are answering Igbo name, and you are claiming that same place.